If your jeans are loose at the waist and you're not a belt person, let me show you how to get the perfect waist fit in this video. Let's get started. The perfect fit starts with the right measurement. Put on the jeans and take the measurement directly on your body to see exactly how much needs to be taken in. In this video, I'll go slowly and show every step in detail, so even beginners can easily follow along and get a professional result. Mark the new measurement clearly with chalk on both the inside and outside of the jeans. These marks will guide the new waist measurement. Pro tip: preparing and opening the jeans properly is just as important as the sewing. Be patient and follow each step carefully. Remove the label from the inside of the waistband. Remove the belt loop from the center back. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe for more. Mark the center of the waistband clearly. We'll need this center mark later. Separate the waistband from the jeans, then cut the waistband exactly at the center mark. Remove the top stitching from the waistband. Pay close attention to this part. There are 2 rows of top stitching on the center seam of the jeans. First, remove the row of top stitching that is farther away from the center seam. Hold the fabric in place and carefully remove the stitches. When removing the top stitching from the jeans, work slowly and gently. Do not open the stitching all the way to the end. Leave about 2 or 3 inches intact to hold the fabric layers together. Now we're moving to the second row of top stitching. This is the most important and delicate part, so watch carefully and follow exactly what I'm doing. After removing the top stitching, stop about 3 or 4 inches from the bottom. Do not open the stitching all the way to the end. After removing the top stitching from the inside, gently bring the jeans together at the new measurement. Try not to separate the center seam. If it separates, it can be very difficult to put it back in its original position. Match the center back top stitching carefully and secure it with a safety pin. Make sure both sides are perfectly aligned because they need to stay joined together when we sew the new seam. Bring the jeans together at the new measurement and secure them with a safety pin. This will keep the center seam from separating and hold everything in the correct position when we sew the new seam. As you can see, I removed only the inside thread from the top stitching. Leave the outside thread in place because it helps hold the jeans together. Do not remove it until after you sew the new seam. Everything is ready. Now let's move to the sewing machine. Now slowly remove the remaining 2 inches of stitching that we left in place earlier. Flatten the center seam and start sewing from the bottom. Sew slowly from the bottom toward the new measurement, following the chalk mark carefully. The first stitch is finished, and the safety pins stayed in place until the end to hold everything together. Now remove the safety pins one by one. Check that everything is aligned correctly. Make sure the two center seams are joined neatly, and the new measurement follows the chalk mark. Everything looks good, so move on to the next step. The extra fabric inside the pants. Now let's work on the extra fabric inside the jeans. You can trim and overlock it, but there is another option. Lay the extra fabric flat and secure it neatly with a top stitch like this. It's time to join the waistband together. Follow the new measurement carefully and sew the waistband together. After joining the waistband, check that the measurement matches with the new measurement perfectly. As a professional alteration specialist, I always keep some extra fabric inside. As you can see, the waistband and the pants are the same size, so move on to the next step, the top stitch. For the top stitch, use special jeans thread. If you don't have jeans thread, double the regular thread and use it on top. Clean off all the extra thread from the previous top stitching on the jeans. Start the top stitch from the bottom, following the stitch line closest to the center seam. Don't rush this part. Sew one straight stitch and keep it as straight as possible. If it isn't straight, remove it and start again. Avoid joining the stitch because the jeans thread is thick and the join will be visible. Sew slowly and focus on keeping the top stitch straight and close to the center seam. The first line of top stitching is finished. Now sew the second line, following the original stitch line, and keep it straight. For the second top stitch, start from the top and sew slowly, following the original stitch line all the way through. The top stitching is complete. It's time to attach the waistband back to the jeans. Place everything neatly and make sure the waistband sits nicely in place, then start sewing. Sew slowly through this part. The waistband and jeans are quite thick here, and if you rush, you may break the needle. There was another top stitch along the top of the waistband, so follow the original stitch line. The waistband is attached. Now it's time to reattach the belt loop. Place the belt loop directly in the center and reattach it in its original position. Sew this part slowly, one stitch at a time. If you rush, you may break the needle because the belt loop and waistband are quite thick. The belt loop is attached. Clean off any extra threads, then move to the ironing table. Give the jeans a good press to set the stitches and remove all the chalk marks. The waist alteration is complete. As you can see, the finish is clean and professional. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe for more alteration tutorials. And if there's an alteration you'd like to learn, leave it in the comments. I may make it in my next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.